Hi, and welcome back to
Inspired to Game. I'm Sean.
And I am Lola. Today we are talking about Speedport and Clickport. Now these are two games currently on Kickstarter by Loodo Ninja. We want to thank them for sending us prototypes of these games to review. Now both of these games utilize network cables. Speedport is a dexterity game and Clickport is a bit more of a strategy game. Now before we get into a review of the games, we'll give you a quick overview of how to play. To begin a game of Speedport, every player will grab a server and 4 network cables, one of each color. Then a network card is revealed, which has a certain pattern on it. Simultaneously, everyone will use their server and their network cables to try to create that pattern. The first player to do so calls out Speedport. You make sure that their pattern is correct, and if it is, they get to obtain that card. A new one is revealed and everyone works on that one from the state that their board currently is at. The first player to win 5 cards wins the game.
Clickport is a strategy game. Each player is competing to complete the pattern on their card on a common server using a common pool of cables. Each turn they can plug in one plug, unplug 2 plugs, either from the same cable or different cables, or use one of the action cards, which are paid for with 1, 2, or 3 I tiers. The first person to complete their pattern claims Clickport, their pattern is checked, and if they are correct, they win the game. If they're not correct, then play continues with their pattern card revealed until somebody else claims Clickport. Whoever wins the game is declared king of the server.
Now, I think the idea of using network cables in these games is totally innovative and really awesome. It makes it very tactile and fun to engage with. So, Speedport is a great dexterity game.
Yeah.
Now, dexterity games aren't something we play a lot of, but I can say from the ones we've played, this is one of our favorites. It works out really well. It's kind of like a game of Twister for your hands.
Exactly.
Which is an ideal form for when you get older like us.
And as you play through the different rounds, you realize that these snagless cables, that extra little flap that they have, is also what makes it more difficult to pull them out. So you're fighting against the snagless cable to get it unplugged, and then you're moving stuff around, and suddenly things are all getting all snarled, and that's how a lot of IT wiring closets look like.
And he's an IT guy, so he would know.
And that's how it happens.
Well, and so the game is rated 14 plus. We played it with our 11-year-old and he absolutely adores it, loves it. Now, it's not a game that you'd want to play with much younger because they are actual network cables, so you do have to do the squeezy extraction element, which does take a little bit more dexterity.
That is a technical term, the squeezy extraction action.
Exactly. I know my stuff. One thing that I think is really neat with how it plays too. So you're working on the same pattern and you're working together. Now, if somebody finishes that pattern first, well, sometimes you're actually a leg up for the next one based on where you're at. So it's different each time. So it gives that little bit of a thinky edge with it when you're trying to figure out quickly how to move things around in order to recreate the next pattern, and it is a ton of fun.
Yeah, it's almost like a self-balancing mechanism in that way.
Yeah, because we found when we play, it's usually kind of neck to neck, back and forth, even when we are playing with our younger child as well. Now on to Clickport. If you are not into the speed and stress of a dexterity game, Clickport offers you a similar game with a bit more strategy instead. So with that, you're on the same board and you're each working on a different pattern to complete. Now you don't know what each other's pattern is, and what makes it really interesting is each game you'll have a different variety of helper action cards that you can use. Now you can only use a limited amount, so you want to use them carefully, but they are intrinsic to help you win the game. It makes a big difference on what you're choosing to place based on what those action cards are. So there's definitely more strategy to this game. And the different action cards also offer a lot of replayability here too, because each game is a little little different depending on which ones come out. So the ones that are labeled with a 1 cost 1 of your cubes, then there's 2 cubes or 3 cubes based on the power of the action. So do you have a favorite out of the two that you like best?
Well, I'm not really into the dexterity games as much, so I think Clickport kind of edges it out. They're both really a lot of fun, and playing with these cables, you got to pack them away, keep them away from me, because they're just that perfect length for some uses. You have to count them carefully at the end of every game. But no, I would say Clickport out of the two is probably slightly more my favorite than the other.
Yeah, and you know what? I actually like Speedport a little bit better, and I'm kind of surprised by that because usually I like a strategy game usually more, but I do like the way that it makes you think as you're trying to figure out the pattern in a very quick manner and shift from one pattern to the other, and it just makes me laugh, and it's a riot to play. So I think out of the two, that is my favorite. But these are both really fun games. If you want to check them out, they are on Kickstarter right now. We'll leave a link to the campaign down below. So if you like a dexterity game, if you like an interesting, innovative game that uses network cables, then you might want to check this out. All right, let's do this. Okay, here, I was like that. Okay, go. Oh no, you're already faster than me. We might have to do a couple. Okay.
Speedport.
Okay, that's yours. It's the next one. All right. Oh no, something's in the hole. Ooh. Speedport. Okay, again. All right.
Tying them in knots. This is how server rooms get messy.
Oh, I think it's no. Speedport. I think I got it. All right. Okay, next. All right. Ooh. Oh, this is not elegant.
Speedport.
Nice. Okay. All right. Ooh, that's a tough one. Where's that? Wrong one. That's the right one. Oh, I messed up.
Speedport.
No, I was so close. I had messed up. It was so easy from where I was. Okay, next. Here we go. Okay.
Snagless cables.
Ooh, no, that's in the right place. This is where it gets into like twist.
Speedport.
Nice. Twister for your hands. Okay, you almost won. All right. Ooh. I am not getting this one. Ooh. Speedport! Thank you so much for watching today.
If you've enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel.
We also have a new Ko-fi account because we are not monetized and we put a lot of time and effort into this, and we're working to save for new equipment. We would appreciate any small donation that you would love to give to help support our channel. The link to that is in our description as well. Thank you so much again, and as always, happy gaming, folks. Speedport. That sounded like Speedport. Okay.
Like a speedboat, but
yes.
Ermagerd.
Oh, let's get the microphone.
It's a spurred boat. Yeah, I don't know.
Let's go.
Oh, hi.
That's what I said. I'm going.
Oh, hello there.
Speedport is a dexterity game. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching today.
If you enjoyed this video, please support the... Really?